Sunday, July 28th, 1 p.m. Mountain Time, 2019. Guys, in this video, we're going to take a look at a couple of hurricanes forming in the Pacific Ocean, both headed in the general direction of Hawaii, one a little bit closer than the other. But first, we're going to start out here in Victoria, British Columbia, of an amazing photograph that looks like a giant mothership in the sky. This photo was sent in by Karen of Victoria. Great job. Thanks for sharing. Now we're here at the National Hurricane Center looking at the East Pacific region, and you can see we already have a named storm out there. That would be Eric, and it is moving to the west towards the general direction of Hawaii. This one here, though, is the one we got to pay attention to. If the models are correct, this could become a major hurricane and make a close encounter with the big island of Hawaii in about a week. It's a week out. Forecast models a week out can and will change, but right now all of the models are implying the storm here to become the next named storm, which would be Flossie. Right here, Flossie. That follows Eric, which Eric we're looking at right now. In fact, here's a look at Eric in action in the Pacific, moving towards Hawaii. It's about 5 days away. Looks like it's going to skirt just south of the Big Island, but not before becoming at least a Category 2 storm. The waters out there are in the 80-degree range. Right here's a look at the sea surface temperatures. The dark oranges are in the lower 80s. Over here in the Gulf, you can see those even darker colored oranges are in the upper 80s. So the water is actually plenty warm where these hurricanes are at right now. And like I said, the second one has not even formed yet. It's just now known as 7E. But according to the models that we've been using for a long time that are very accurate, windy.com is one of them. You can see this becoming a major hurricane by this time next weekend if conditions stay the same as they are now, which we know they're going to change. This could become even stronger. It could become even weaker. But by this time next Sunday, you can see the storm's position. 123 mile per hour winds right off the coast of, well, probably 100 miles east of the Big Island of Hawaii. Those types of wind speeds put it in a category of a Category 3 hurricane. Here's the Saffir-Simpson scale. Cat 3 right there. 123 mile an hour winds is in this range. Category 3 storm. If the models stay the same as they are right now. We know they're going to change some. It's just a matter of how much. You can see if we back it up, this is on Sunday, August 4th. We back it up, you can see Hurricane Eric. As it gets close to the Hawaiian Islands, it gets steered to the south. It's those trade winds that keep Hawaii protected from these big storms, and usually the cooler waters. But the waters are warm enough. Those are lower 80s. In fact, that's 81 degrees, almost 82 degrees in some places, so the waters are plenty warm. This is Eric, Wednesday, the 31st. And you're going to see here, according to windy.com, and I've got two other models that confirm the same thing, or at least one. Eric is going to stay right now, it's forecasted to stay just south of the Big Island, moving past, not even as an organized storm, just some sort of a possible tropical depression. But behind it will be what is potentially going to be Flossie, Hurricane Flossie right here, as a Category 3 storm, about 100 miles off the coast of Hawaii, and that's a week from today. Granted that the models don't change any at all between now and then, and we know that that's not going to be the case. The models will change, but right now it's showing a major hurricane headed towards Hawaii. Here we're over at weathercharts.com, and it's showing the same thing. In fact, it's showing Flossie making a direct landfall. I want you to follow this low pressure right there where it says 990 millibars. Check this out. Takes it right to the Big Island on Tuesday of next week. Between Tuesday and Wednesday, right there's the L, 986 millibars just off of the coast. In fact, starting to make landfall on, actually, during the overnight hours of Tuesday into Wednesday of not this week, but next week. So that's a long ways out. More than likely, this model will change. Don't know how much, but right now it's showing a direct landfall. And we're seeing the same things here at Tropical Tidbits, showing the same type of forecast. Flossie becoming a major hurricane about 100 miles off the coast of the Big Island of Hawaii, but reducing down to at least a Category 1, quite possibly a tropical storm before it does make landfall, but bringing a lot of heavy rain to the Big Island of Hawaii. So 2 storms headed towards Hawaii, one possibly making a landfall. Not too much going on over in the Atlantic Basin. We'll take a quick look, and you can see there is a area that they're watching a disturbance down in the southern Caribbean. 20% chance of formation of some sort of a tropical storm or hurricane in the next 5 days. But considering all of the dust that's hovering around in the Caribbean, across the Atlantic, I doubt very seriously that there's going to be any type of activity anytime soon over here in the Atlantic, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but you're seeing activity over here in the Pacific for lack of dust. There's no dust over in here, so the storms are forming. That's a natural process of Earth. Hurricanes, typhoons, cyclones, it's a natural occurrence. But when this dust gets into the mix, these storms cannot rise up into the atmosphere like they normally do. So it prevents them from forming. So that's why we haven't seen any hurricanes out here, because of all this dust. And I'm kind of doubtful that this will turn into anything at all. Might be a rainmaker, but other than that, I don't see it. You can see here at the goes east, this is the full disk color, and you can see that dust moving across the Atlantic Ocean into the Caribbean. There's not going to be any hurricanes, in my humble opinion. The water is plenty warm. In fact, it's very warm in the Gulf of Mexico. We might see something form close to the coast, but it won't last very long, and it's not going to have time to become very strong. Might be a tropical storm, you know, in the coming weeks. But anything out here in the Atlantic, as long as all of that dust is hanging around, don't expect any big named storms in the Atlantic. Over in the Pacific's a different story. It does look like there could be a storm make landfall on the Big Island of Hawaii sometime next weekend, or after the first part of next weekend into Monday the 5th, Tuesday the 6th. You can see that storm is going towards all of the islands, actually. It's just a matter of where, and if this thing holds together against those trade winds. So it'll be interesting to see. It's something to keep a close eye on. I'll definitely be watching and giving updates, as that is potentially Hurricane Flossie. I've got some new pictures to share. Got many new pictures at the Sky Phenomena Photo Gallery. Here's one from Monticello, Minnesota. Ominous looking storm sent in by Rachel. Another ominous looking low riding cloud from Melbourne, Florida, sent in by Tanya. Incredible rainbow with a lightning strike caught in the middle of it. O'Fallon, Missouri. That was sent in by R. King. Awesome photo here by Ann out of Ohio. Big shadows in the sky during either sunrise or sunset. This is that cross that we saw flying through the sky of northeast Georgia, noticed by Wendy. And you can see the multiple colors on this thing. 4 different colors on 4 different points of what looks like a cross. Braselton, Georgia, Jason G. Thunderstorm reaching down, touching the ground. Here's a very interesting photo out of Wyoming. Just open to interpretation here. It almost looks like to me some sort of a triangle dipping through the clouds. Just a good observation. I don't know how they managed to see that amongst all that activity. Angela and Lena. Awesome sky there. Some sunbeams coming down, caught by Kelly from Colorado. Beautiful picture here. Nick B from Colorado. Get a lot of good pictures from Colorado. Talmadge, Ohio. Photo sent in by Rick. Asked me if that was a cloud. And I zoomed in, adjusted the color and lighting, and it does look like some sort of a cloud, but it's very unusual, and it's the only thing like it in the sky. Corona, California. Beautiful photograph sent in here by Alexis. Not only 1, but 2. Orange, purples, and pink skies from California. Tom W. Cloud in the sky that looks like a deformed donut. It's got a hole in the center, and it's kind of all by itself. It's the only cloud of its kind in the sky amongst the other clouds, but Very weird looking. Lancaster, Pennsylvania, ABBEYL. Ominous looking skyline as storms are rolling in. And as the storms rolled in, here's some lightning that she captured. More storm clouds from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And yet some more as these clouds here. It's a leading edge of a thunderstorm. Looks like a low riding shelf cloud. That one there looks like it's almost touching the ground. Great observation. Here's another one from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, ABBEYL. And we'll finish up this video clip with that mothership that was noticed high in the sky above Victoria, British Columbia. Good observation, guys. Thanks for sharing. There's more photos here at the website underneath the Sky Phenomena photo tab. Don't forget to check those out. Don't forget to come to the YouTube channel and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and make sure that you turn on the notifications tab. That's one thing that I've had a few people say that their notifications, for whatever reasons, weren't on, but you gotta click the subscribe button, and then you'll click the notifications tab next to the subscribe button if you want future updates of videos that I put up. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Website's linked below, every video in the description box. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a super day and be safe out there.